I've waited for this day for a long time, and it's finally come. Thursday, June 13th, 2019. NBA history is made. For the first time in NBA history, a non-US team has won the NBA championship. The Toronto Raptors are the 2019 NBA champions. I don't know. I'm almost at a loss for words. Not quite, but I'm almost at a loss for words. This is such an awesome team. Like, the Raptors, for the last several seasons, have finished in first or second place in the East. And in fact, for the last 2 years, the Raptors have been the second best team in the entire NBA league. This year, we were the second best team, only next to the Milwaukee Bucks. Last year, we were the second best team, only behind the Houston Rockets during the regular season. Like, even though we've had such great regular seasons, we've ended up not doing so well in the postseason. Until this year, 2019. Round 1, we beat the Orlando Magic in 5 games. Round 2, who could forget Kawhi Leonard's buzzer-beating basket that seemed to take forever to fall through the basket to beat the Philadelphia 76ers in 7 games. And then the series that I had my doubts about for the entire season, I was thinking, okay, like from pretty early on, that the Raptors are going to end up meeting the Milwaukee Bucks in the third round of the Eastern Division playoffs, in the Eastern Finals. And I was concerned because the Milwaukee Bucks, they had a spectacular season, and they are one hell of a tough team. And I was thinking to myself, okay, if the Raptors do everything that they need to do, if they go on there firing on all their cylinders, you know, the Raptors could beat the Milwaukee Bucks in 7, while the Raptors end up beating the Milwaukee Bucks in 6. Now we went up against the dynasty team of the 2010s, the Golden State Warriors. And the way that the Raptors played, I think we could have actually swept them in 4 games. And I was thinking, okay, we could have done it in 5 games. Well, tonight we ended up beating the Golden State Warriors in 6 games to become the NBA champions. The final score was 114 to 110. So you can imagine, like, I was actually watching it on Global TV's YouTube channel, and they were actually showing Jurassic Park right beside the Scotiabank Arena in downtown Toronto, the home of the Raptors. And Jurassic Park, that's the nickname that's been given to. It was initially given to an area right outside the Scotiabank Arena where Raptors fans gather outside who were not able to get into the game to watch it. But there's actually been several Jurassic Park areas set up right across Canada, including in my hometown of London, Ontario. So they were showing the reaction of the crowd at Jurassic Park. And of course, they lost their shit and they went nuts, partying like I know the rest of the country is partying. So Way to go, Raptors. Excellent season. I believe this is the beginning of the Toronto Raptors dynasty. In my opinion, I think this is the first. I think the Raptors are going to win at least 3 championships between 2019 and 2025. And I'm hoping Kawhi Leonard does decide to stay in Toronto. Somehow, I have a gut feeling he will stay in Toronto. I mean, how can you not stay in Toronto after all this greatness has happened? And it's not just Kawhi Leonard that did it. Kawhi Leonard did an excellent job, but so did Kyle Lowry, so did Pascal Siakam, so did Serge Ibaka, so did Fred VanVleet, so did Marc Gasol, and so did Coach Nick Nurse. Congrats to the Toronto Raptors and all their fans. Congrats to Toronto, congrats to Ontario, and congrats to Canada. And being a very enthusiastic Raptors fan myself, yes, I'm very excited. I'm elated. I just might decide to go to the Toronto Raptors victory parade as well too. I'm not too sure when it's going to be, but I just might decide to go check it out, because the Toronto Raptors are my favorite sports team. And I'm just so happy for the Toronto Raptors and their fans right across Canada that after all these years, 24 years, you know, the Raptors are still a pretty young team. They've only been around since 1995. But they have, in my opinion, the most enthusiastic fans in the NBA. I mean, the Golden State Warriors, they just had Oakland, California rooting for them. But the Toronto Raptors had all of Canada rooting for them. And in fact, the Toronto Raptors have many fans from all over the world rooting for them. So again, congrats Toronto Raptors, congrats Toronto, congrats Ontario, and congrats Canada. Way to go, Raptors. Awesome season. Excellent season. And I'm hoping that next season that I get to go down and see at least one Raptors game at Scotiabank Arena. Way to go, Raptors. What a class act you are. Awesome team. Awesome season. And what I believe is the beginning of an awesome dynasty. The 1990s had the Chicago Bulls. The 2000s had the LA Lakers. The 2010s have had the Golden State Warriors. The 2020s is time for the Toronto Raptors. Way to go, Raptors.